So I have an empty TBR cart and I need to fill it for the remaining 6 months of the year. As part of the mid-year scramble, I did a reaction video to my 12 friends recommend me 12 books. And it made me think of how was I doing in my other goals when I started the year. What books did I say I wanted to read back in January and I still haven't read? So I am going to go through those lists and those videos, see what needs to be on this cart, and use them to fill this cart. I'm also going to be looking not just at that, but also kind of reevaluating those lists. I know there's things that maybe have been planned since I made those lists back in January. Things that I planned with friends here on BookTube that are upcoming, book clubs, read-alongs, that those books I didn't know I was going to be reading in January, and now I am. So those also need to go on this cart. So I'm going to just kind of reevaluate, see what's on those lists, see what I realistically need to read from July through December. Obviously, as much as those lists changed in the first 6 months, I expect things to be added and changed in the last 6 months. But this will still give me a clear idea of the things that I really should be focusing on and what books I should be pulling when I'm doing Timmy's TBR, when I get a prompt drop for a readathon, or whatever, arises when I'm thinking of video content and all that stuff. So I am going to refill my book cart and I'm going to bring you along with me as I do so. The first thing I have to do though is re-watch those videos and see what's going on. I'm not going to do reactions for all of the videos because that's too much, but I will watch them and show you what books are on those lists that I have not read before I decide what goes in the cart and what doesn't. I would love to say that January me was organized and wrote those lists down and kept them, but I do not have the lists of what's on those videos. I definitely would have made a list, but where it went, I don't know. So I'm actually going to have to watch the videos to find out, because where that hard copy list went, 6 months, I have no idea where it is. So I am going to watch through my buzzword, my 24 and 24. I just did my 12 and 12, so that one's not a problem. And I don't know what other videos I should probably look at. Probably my list will self-destruct. Probably that one as well. So those ones are probably the videos I'm going to look through, see what's on them, and then I'll go from there.
To know about love, thought I did until I knew your heart didn't really go into much when it came to opening my heart, until you found a way to knock down every wall I kept all around. Oh, you came, you saw, you conquered, being loved by you's an honor. And if I ever lose you now, losing myself too. I won't ever put you down. All my heart hopes you never do.
So I just watched my buzzword video from January, and I have 7 books that I have not done from that list, and I have 8 that need to go on the cart. One of those books is the 3rd book in a series. I still need to read the 2nd, so the 2nd book is also going to go on the cart. Of those, this is what I have. I'm just going to read them out, not going to do synopses. If you want to see the synopses, you can go back and watch that video. So I have The First Time Lauren Paling Died. I'm really surprised I haven't read this yet because it was one of the ones I was most excited about when I made this list. Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. I'm about to read another Carly Fortune, but this one I need to still read. Every Last Lie by Mary Kubica. Blood of My Blood by Barry Laga. This is the one that I need to read book 2 of, which is Game. A Taste of Sage. The Cousins. And A December to Remember. Obviously, this is my December buzzword, and I will not be reading it till December, but it is on the list and needs to go on this cart. I cannot believe how well I'm doing on my 24 and 24. I have read so many of those books that I only have 3 physical books that need to go on this TBR cart. Only 3. How am I doing so well on that list? I'm shocked for myself. So the 3 physical books that I still have to put on this list is Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson, An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir, and the one that I really need to get to, I've been saying all year that I need to read this book, it's To Shape a Dragon's Breath by Monoquill Black Goose. This is one of the reasons I want to make this cart. These books, I keep talking about them, putting them back on my bookshelves and forgetting about them amongst the massive books. This will help me really focus in on these books that I still really want to get to or need to read.
If the world ended tonight, better believe I'd be by your side, who I used to be.
The Amazing Readathon was actually very helpful with my 5-star predictions list. I just made it 2 months ago and I only have 2 books left. I'm feeling very accomplished with these last 2 lists that we've looked at. So all I have left on my 5-star predictions list is The Will of the Many by James Islington and also Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. That's it. Just the 2.
There's now somebody new. Yeah, the best parts of me were made from loving you. The best parts of me were made from loving you. I never used to care.
For my These Books Will Self-Destruct list, I actually haven't read that many of those, but I have unhauled a good portion of them. So there aren't that many to put on this cart because I've already done a lot of unhauling. But I do still have 4 books that I have not unhauled and have not read. And the first one is The Gypsy King, The Diviners, which I really do want to read. I think I will actually like this book. I need to get to this book before the end of the year. The Last Widow and Grown Ups. So I am going to add these to the cart and we'll see kind of how much spare room we have. I don't know how much we're going to have left once I add these 4 books, but we will see what's kind of left. And then I'm going to fill in with projects that I know I need to do. So I have a few books like the rest of the Chestnut Spring series that I have to read. I do have some Can I Trust videos planned that are coming up, book clubs, all that stuff. I'm going to fill those without talking to you about them though, but you can see what I'm adding, because potentially you don't know what the project is, so I can't really talk about it. But you can see me add them and see that something is coming with that, and you might know what it is or you might not, but that's what I'm gonna do with the rest of the cart, with whatever remaining room I have.
About me, I always put the other half first. You showed me that ain't fair. Now I see, that's why I always felt the hurt. It's you that made me love myself. In a way, I've wanted someone else to love me. I guess that's why I love you more the more the days pass by. If I ever lose you now, I'd be losing myself too. And I won't ever put you down. All my heart hopes you never do. And if the world ended tonight, better believe I'd be by your side. Who I used to be is now somebody new. Yeah, the best parts of me were made from loving you. The best parts of me were made from loving you. You make me see you can never love someone until you love yourself the way you love me. I don't get tired of how I did with everybody else. How I did with everybody else.
So that is my filled TBR cart for the end of the year. I got a lot of books on here. Some of them I knew I needed to focus on, and some of them I definitely have forgotten, so I'm glad I did this. I also put my current TBR on the top shelf. That was always the plan. Basically, every month I do Timmy's, and also I have like mandatory reads and things, so that's where the things for like projects, book clubs, whatever I need to read in the actual month will go here. So I have that for that and always plan to, but the other 2 shelves are for those videos and everything I've been looking at. Thank you for helping me get my TBR cart back on track for the rest of the year. If you have nothing to say to me down in the comments, but want to let me know that you made it this far and got to the end of the video and we're here, leave a like to-do list emoji or like some sort of stationary situation, because this is me looking at my lists and checking them off. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.